Fine.
I'll delete it again. That's fine.
It's fine.
Good job.
All good. Okay.
Awesome. All
carry
right,
on.
let's move on. So yeah,
Okay, so we did CLA.
L-carnitine, we're all pretty much familiar with. Enzyme blend, I mean, you're talking about how many enzymes? Did you say 7?
Seven digestive enzymes.
Different enzymes, awesome ones too. Bromelain, papain, but most of the, you'll see like the profile of enzymes is solid. And we do list every single enzyme and the amounts, the standardized amounts too. So that's super helpful for everybody as well. So, all right, what's next?
Sade Burgray.
Oh my gosh, if
Gray.
somebody can help us with the way that we pronounce that, that would be helpful. I mean, because Sade Burgray is the way I'm going. That's what I'm going with. Again, lots of active constituents. Another a natural ingredient sourced from Brazil, used for a very long time. Just a very impactful product. I mean, it's got a lot of similarity to coffee bean, in the sense that it looks like they roast it in similar methods. They use it in the same way. So it's been used again for weight loss for a long time. For
really
body composition.
Acting on the metabolism, helping to increase
Yeah,
metabolism.
metabolic rate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, can help move.
And again, guys, let's just really circle back to metabolism. A higher metabolism means just while you're sleeping, you're burning more fat. While you're burning more, using more calories. You know, your body, you want a higher metabolism, so your body is working for you all the time.
Yeah, it explains that simple rule: body motion stays in motion kind of thing, right? As you increase your metabolic rate, you have more energy to do more work. And so you can kind of keep that cycle going. So,
right.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, white kidney bean extract.
Great for weight loss. Again, it's just another one of those key signature ingredients that we were able to get out to pull together and get a standardized extract and make it as part of this product, because a lot of people are missing out on the fact that white kidney bean extract actually has a lot of benefits for weight loss and metabolism.
Right.
So awesome. All right,
Very
what's
cool.
next?
And a big one, hops extract.
Oh boy. All right, guys, let's dig into this. Let's dig into the hops extract, because I feel as though this is our secret weapon. This is the big one. This is the one where, by the way, it's GRAS status. So it's New Zealand hops, bitter hops extract. There is again, the drug market craze that's going on is all these GLP-1s. Well, this bitter hops extract actually works on that GLP-1 receptor. It is a natural agonist of the GLP-1.
Nice.
Yeah, and look, it's real important. It triggers other things, but I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the concept of, but when you consume it, there's a cascade of events that follows a thing called bitter block. I think it's called bitter block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it bitter block? Yeah, bitter break.
Oh,
bitter break.
There you go.
And so what it does is it triggers within the GI system release of these hormones. And GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1, increases insulin secretion, so it can lower blood sugar, and it increases the glucagon. So by doing so, you're driving down blood sugar, and you're also stimulating the GLP-1 receptors in the brain to say, hey, I have a feeling of satiety. I'm full. Here's what we're going to get into the side effects and the recommendations about this, because GLP-1s will indeed slow down the gastric transit time. That is the amount of time that food is in our stomach moving through our GI system. So when it slows it down, it tells the brain, again, it tells everything that we're full. We don't need to eat. There are some good and bad things that happen along with that, though. So we need to be cautious. We do need to be cautious. So the GLP-1s are highly effective, highly effective. They're acting on multiple kind of multifaceted approach, covering multiple enzymes and multiple hormones. And there's just a lot of benefit to using them in a weight loss journey, for sure.
Okay, awesome. So those are all the ingredients in our lean body composition improvement formula. So a lot of what you have discussed, we get the feeling of fullness. We have a decreased appetite. So one of the most important things that you need to focus on during this to prevent losing muscle, to prevent watching those numbers go down on the scale, but taking that muscle too, is you need to make sure you're eating adequate protein.
Absolutely.
So say you are counting, I don't even want to say counting calories, okay? But you want to count your grams of protein a day. You want to make sure, if anything, that you are reaching that goal. So I always recommend that goal is 1 ounce of protein.
1 gram.
1 gram of protein, thank you.
Got it.
1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight or ideal body weight, okay? Not if you're weighing 200 pounds, but you want to lose 60, you're not going to eat 200 grams, right? You're going to eat 140, you're going to aim for 140. So if you can count your grams of protein every single day, you can check that off the list knowing that you are preserving that muscle mass. While your appetite is suppressed and maybe those excess calories that you're not consuming come from junk, right? You're not having the sugar, the crackers, the chips, whatever it is. But you want to make sure you're focusing on that protein and then getting in those lovely organic fruits and vegetables, right? That is the goal. So this is not an excuse to eat like a very poor diet. This is to help us improve our body composition while we're also doing things with our lifestyle, improving our lifestyle. Goes along with that too, exercise. Always going to be a proponent of that.
So no 2 calories are alike, right? Except that it is a unit of measure. So 1 calorie is 1 calorie. But when you're talking about different food sources for calories, and you just touched on it a little bit, you have to be eating, and especially now, because what's happening is potentially we're going into a calorie deficit. Potentially, again, on an individual level, we don't know exactly what you're eating, or how much you're sleeping, or how much exercise you're doing, or any of those things, or even when you're eating, what types of foods you're eating. So there's too many variables for us to say exactly what's going to happen for you. But if you're in a calorie deficit and you don't have the same hunger notification or hunger demand kind of triggers, you have to know that when you're eating, the quality of the calorie matters so much, so important. And the protein, of course, matters, because if we stay in calorie deficit, and we're seeing it a lot with these weight loss meds, you're losing your fat mass, but you're losing your lean skeletal muscle mass, you're losing your connective tissue, you're losing your bone density. There's a lot of problems that will arise if we're not focused on the quality of the nutrients that we're putting in our body when we do eat. So this product is designed to help us improve body composition. It can only do that if you commit to putting in healthier foods. And there's other lifestyle elements that we want to add to that as well. But that, guys, is so critical.
Right. And we have many other supplements that will help along the way. So first, you want to make sure you're getting all the nutrients that your body needs. So to cover those bases, we have our multivitamin, our magnesium, and our vitamin D3. Sure. That is our daily essentials pack.
Remember, if you're not eating as much food, you're potentially changing the gut environment slightly, so you might not be absorbing the nutrients as much as well. Think about it, guys. The food is it's not sitting in the same way as a totally natural state. It's not. So we need to make sure that we're enhancing it, like Lisa said.
Yes. So getting your daily essentials pack. And then we also have our 2 kinds of protein powders, right? We have our vegan protein powder and our whey isolate protein powder. Both of those, 20 grams of protein per serving, that can really help you. Again, what I talked about, that protein goal, that can help you reach that protein goal much easier.
For sure.
Without also that feeling of fullness, because each one has 100 to 106 calories per serving. So that's very easy to do. Very big is our essential aminos. Really help to preserve lean muscle mass.
It's a muscle protein synthesis. So it triggers the body to make muscle proteins.
Right. So even if you're like in a fasted state, being able to take essential aminos can help preserve that muscle mass. So very important to take those. I mean, I suggest 1 to 2 times a day, but you've got to make sure you're taking those every day. And we have other things too. Our collagen peptides.
Absolutely. Again, it's a unique protein structure. Great. Yep, absolutely.
And our creatine.
Creatine for sure. Body composition. So it improves the water composition of the muscle cell. And remember what we said, stay hydrated. Definitely add creatine though.
Yes.
That for sure.
Yeah. So again, that's just making sure you're covering all your bases, right? You're taking your lean, your body composition improvement formula, but then you're covering your bases, making sure you're getting the nutrients that you need, making sure you're getting the protein that you need to help preserve that lean muscle mass. And yeah.
Awesome. I think, yes, totally.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. All right, cool. Let's throw down a couple of things before we go. I just want to list off a few. So guys, we know that we said we're committing to a healthier lifestyle. That's number 1. We're going to stay hydrated because the water is so important, especially when we're talking about consuming more fiber, and especially like this fiber, this glucomannan will absorb 100 times its weight in water. So important. If you're adding creatine, again, we need the water for osmosis into the cell. So really important stuff. Maxing out our protein intake or using aminos to increase muscle protein synthesis is clutch. Stop snacking if possible, which maybe, again, just like the GLP-1s, this can help because it can cut those cravings and those snacking, and that's a big thing. That's a huge thing as well,
It's really
right? Like,
Yeah, the mindless eating.
Mindless
Cut
eating.
out the mindless
Yeah,
eating. Eat
totally.
with intention, eat with purpose.
totally. Use caffeine to your advantage. I always say use it early, no later than 10 or 11 a.m., but you find that in our coffee or you find that in our E3, which is a great thermogenic and can increase your metabolic rate, transiently, just
Right.
temporarily, right? Of course, optimizing your sleep. We always talk about it, including the natural environment into your day every day, going out for a walk after meals if possible, and establish a routine. We love routine. So
Yes.
create this routine with your supplements. All right, side effects, things we need to talk about, things that we need to watch out for. Okay, no pregnancy, no children. We are